Starting off my day with a little bit of landscape maintenance. It's a breezy, cool morning. At least we got clear blue skies. I'm putting my pruners up for a moment and gonna get a head start on what I came out here to accomplish today. My focus for today is just connecting a route from Elk Mountain that I just summited over to Mount Lincoln and then down to the next junction. While I'm exploring this other route here, a little bit of higher ground, we'll see where it leads to. Looked like there was a little bit of a ridge line here, so I thought I'd come over here and explore this, but it looks pretty rough and steep in some areas. Definitely gonna do a lot of backtracking today. Now we can easily get through there, but now I'm trying to remember which way I went down. See these boulders start to go down. I started to explore up that way, but it got a little too steep. Coming to a dead end over here. Made it through here before, but I was crawling under some rocks, and I'm really trying to establish a trail that's hikeable. I explored this way a minute ago, but I don't quite remember coming down through here. I mean, it's doable. I'm seeing some fresh pruning cuts. So this is the way I came down a couple weeks ago, but it's a little steep. This was the way I came down before, but it's a bit of a class 4 move. And you get down under this rock you gotta crawl under. But then you're in the clear, back on a trail. Yeah, I'm still a little perplexed. Maybe able to come a little bit lower down through this canyon, but it looks pretty nasty. So it's the way I came down last time. I explored possibly going higher along that ridge, but it looks really steep in some areas. Unless we get some dynamite in here and blow up some boulders, there's just gonna be a little class 4 crux move along this trail. I started to cross over the other side where this canyon starts to form. I think I need to go back this way. Try not to go too high or too low. Time to stop and regroup and look at my topographic map. I mean, I could definitely make it through here like I did last time, but I'm really trying to find a much better route that's hikeable. Be going through a maze of boulders, and I get back on a nice little stretches like this here. Definitely in the clear now. I'll just come back down through here. It's kind of a trail back over to the saddle. I'm looking over at Mount Lincoln up the north face. It's a pretty easy route. I've done a couple times up through there, so it'd be just a matter of marking it with cairns. Oh, it's about time for me to take a break and have a snack. This is another view. You can take this route up from a road over there, right on up to Mount Lincoln. Still looking around here trying to find the best spot that's going to be an intersection between these two. Yeah, I think we're going to want to avoid this prickly pear minefield here. Yeah, I'm kind of conflicted about heading over there and right on up. I know that's the route up, but I don't know if I should start in front of this rock formation or back behind it. Definitely looked like a trail was worn through here the way I came over. Maybe I should go up this way. I was just walking right up through here and saw these vertebrae. Oh, that drops right back down. I think I was on the best route. Stumbled back upon the area that's kind of an established trail. Looks like there's cairn stacked here as well, but at about 2 hours cutoff time before I turn back. This kind of looks like a trail over this way as well. Looking back towards Elk Mountain, it's hard to tell which way you're coming down here. It'd be easy to get lost in this maze of boulders. Because my time is limited, I want to try to find a better route going from Mount Lincoln over to the next junction down near Post Oak Falls. I want to stay up on this ridge here. It looks like a gradual slope from the topographic map, but it's a whole line of brush. I have to make my way through here first. The part I so much enjoy bushwhacking. This is looking pretty doable so far. Looks like I'm on a direct path to connect down to the Post Oak Waterfall Trail. And the next segment will be right over there with Twin Rocks Mountain on the right and Granite Mountain to the south. You'll have to stay tuned to the next video where I'm gonna try to find a better route to go up Twin Rocks and Granite Mountain. Looking back up towards Mount Lincoln, it's actually the little false summit that sits to the north of it. You'd probably have to rock climb up that. I thought I'd head right down into this canyon, but you see what you encounter, a lot of this dense, thick brush. Pretty easy scramble across these rocks. I wouldn't call it a scramble. It's really smooth, nothing too steep. Do have some of these little steep areas. Just gotta navigate these. I could probably walk right down through here. A little bit of a trickle through here. I don't know, maybe there's some hobos living out here in the Wichita Mountains. Well, it's smooth sailing right down through here. Yeah, I started pruning a few branches here and there to mark this trail. Still debating about finding another route back up Elk Mountain. I veered back over this way to check it out, but it really gets steep. A lot of brush down through here. I'm looking back over here. I think I kind of came up, or rather down Elk Mountain through there, down to that canyon, but I don't know if it's more doable right up this face. Looks like the best spot to cross over and go up Mount Lincoln. I think I'll stock some cairns right here. Now you can see from my map, I'm kind of veering off trail onto the high ground from the way I came down. We'll see how this turns out. I'm getting pretty good vibes about finding a decent route up through here. The only thing is, you walk on these areas that are pretty flat and steady, and then you come to these steep drop-offs right here. About made it back to the connecting point. This route is definitely a lot better. So earlier I came around that big rock formation right there, and I stared down in this canyon and said, nope, going the way I know. And it was down on the other side of that ridge. But lo and behold, this is the ridge I knew I should try to follow. Yeah, let's see if I can just walk right up this with camera in my hand. And I was here this morning, part of their little move, but you come down to where it tapers off, and it's just a big step. All that work stacking those cairns down here. I have to say, I'm really happy that I achieved the goal I set out to accomplish today. First segment of 2 peaks is really in the bag as far as finding the best route. I'm heading back down to the trailhead. So stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to continue where I left off and go explore the best routes up Twin Rocks and Granite Mountain.